Season wey go sweet now from preseason you go know. Man United fans, I'll say it again for you. Season wey go sweet now from preseason you go know. Hey, it's just preseason, it's just preseason. But let me stop there. Man United fans, celebrate your trophy. Celebrate your summer series. Do you know what is lying ahead? Do you know if you see trophy in the main season? Do you know? Now they are telling you, don't celebrate much, it's preseason trophy. When you are struggling next season, or if you struggle next season, they are the same people that will still laugh at you. Celebrate your trophy. Celebrate grace. It's easy. Unbeaten. Unbeaten in the summer series. Nobody beat them. Unbeaten run to their trophy. And they have claimed it. Look, I know it's a preseason tournament, but then, there was much improvement in this preseason. I cannot lie. Very good gameplay, especially that first half today, against Everton. They did so well. Mbeumo looked very good. Cunha looked decent. But then there are many issues about Man United that we'll speak about. And we need to talk about. First of all, I think Man United is better off spending that Sesko money. Because now it's looking like Sesko is reaching 90 million. I know I've been the one saying they cannot go into next season with Brock Lesnar as their main striker. And I still stand by that. Maybe Cunha will play as the striker or something like that. I don't know. But then, looking at this Sesko is going to cost like 100 million euros. I'm telling you, if you go and get a midfielder that can tackle, do the destroyer work, maintain possession, and dictate the play, your team will transform. Man United, you cannot go into next season with ungrateful as your midfielder. That brother is a liability. I'll say it's pop and plain. Or is it pump and plain? I don't know how they say it. I'm telling you, Ugarte is not a good midfielder. The first goal that Everton scored was because of this guy. He cannot keep the ball. He does not do the destroyer work well. So what is he good at? They say defensively he's supposed to be amazing. I'm not seeing it. He cannot maintain position. He treats the ball like a bomb. He doesn't have amazing creativity. Look at Kobe Mino. Kobe Mino today looked very assured on the football. Was handling the ball well. If you give him the ball, you definitely get the ball back. His passing was very good. He looked very good and athletic in possession. That was a good midfielder. Bruno Fernandes didn't even have one of his best games. I know he scored that penalty, but he didn't have one of his best games in terms of keeping possession. And you do not expect that from Bruno. They are trying to make Bruno play as an 8, and I don't think he works. Bruno's work. Bruno is your blockbuster player, your final action player. Gives that final pass. Bruno's strong point is not circulating possession. So Manchester United need to sign a midfielder or two. It's very necessary. Very, very necessary to how Amorim will play. And let's talk more about that first half. About how Manchester United played in this Man United kit that you can now get from the Adidas text, or whether the Man United home or away jersey, or any of the other jerseys that you see. All the new season jerseys, all the new season kits are now available at the Adidas text, or all these nice kits. Just go there, click on link in my bio, or go to our official website at adicastix.store. Message us on WhatsApp also with this phone number above. Delivery is all right. You can get any jersey. Go and shop now. Now the main eyes were on Mbeumo, who made his Man United debut today. Mbeumo played well. He did decently. For his first game for Man United, he showed I was impressed by him. I loved his ball retention. I loved his first touch. I loved how sharp he looked. Obviously, he didn't look his best. He didn't have one of his best games, but they were good signs. It looks like a good signing. It doesn't look like money wasted. I don't think there's much more Man United fans could have asked for. Obviously, he had one chance to score a goal or something and didn't go in. But then again, I think he had a good debut. Cunha was good as well. I do think that Cunha cannot be fully utilized as a centre forward. I feel he has attributes to drop deep, that playmaking. He was playing like a free role. Before you know, he was at the right. Before you know, he was at the left. Like, Man United pieces today were very, very mobile. One thing I'll say again, Dalot is a criminal that people are not paying attention to. Diogo Dalot is a problem to Man United, but Man United fans will not notice. That is how tricky he is. You think he's doing a lot, but he's not doing anything. But when crime scene happen, he'll be at the front of crime scene. I don't know why they gave him number 2. I don't know how the guy keeps surviving in Man United squad. But genuinely, I don't feel Dalot is good. When Dogu came on for him at that left back, look at ball Dogu was playing. There was one pass he gave in the late minutes of the game that was very, very nice. He used a back heel or something like that. And coming back from goalkeeper to defense, Bayanda was decent. I've said it, I believe Man United can do well with a new goalkeeper. That'll be very, very good. Onana is injured, and we know what Onana was doing last season. This guy, what's his name? Yoro was very, very good today. Even what's his name? De Ligt was good. The back three of Shaw, De Ligt, and Euro was decent. I cannot even lie, it was very, very decent. And what's his name? Euro looked very, very good on possession. Like he looked very, very, very good on the ball. His passing was decent. His IQ, he's a good young defender, and I think he has a good future at Manchester United. The league, the problem is, can he stay fit? Sure, too, can he stay fit? Because Man United needs a balanced back three if this back three system is to work. Then on the right wing, Amad Diallo, Sweet Fanta Diallo, the boy who won the first penalty. Look, that build-up play, that combination play was beautiful. Like, beautiful. The give and go, then the pass again. Like, everything was great about that goal. And yes, it was a deserved penalty. Cannot even argue about that. So Diallo did very well on that right wing back. Look, I don't feel Diallo is fully utilized at right wing back. I think he can do more damage closer to the post. But then, for the system, if it works, that's good enough. I think it might be him there and Dogo on the other side. Now, one part I might worry about is the defensive aspect of the game. Can he cope defensively? Because he will come up against some of the best wingers in the world in the Premier League. Can he cope them? Because it's not only about attacking. Can he cope on the defensive front too? That's where the problem will be. Because I don't know if when the season starts, he can actually, Amorim can actually fit Mbuemo, Cunha, Fernandez, what's his name? Dalo. Sorry, not Dalo. Amadialo. Maybe Hoyland also. Like, there are going to be so many pieces that will be added to the squad. So I don't know about that. Moving into the midfield, Ugarte, not good enough at all. Bruno Fernandes, for me, I don't think he had one of his best games. And I think Bruno is utilized better higher up the pitch than all this deep play. No. Bruno's best attribute is higher up the pitch. Then we come to the forwards. Cunha, it was like a front two of Cunha and Mbuemo. Both very mobile pieces who could entertain it very easily. Mbuemo came off after the first half, and as I said, he had a good debut. Cunha, I think it was one of his standard performances. I don't think everything he wanted to come off came off the way that he wanted it, but then Cunha just looks like a baller, and from what I've seen, I don't have worries about Cunha. These are players I expect to raise the level of Man United very well. Another notice I had in the second half, I've been saying this thing and I've been thinking of it silently. If Mason Mount can stay fit, like stay fit, first of all, just stay fit for like 15, 20 games in a row, I think he might be better than any attacking midfielder Man United want to buy on the market. Mason Mount for me is a midfielder I like. The midfielder that, is that some of that traditional English midfielder, very hardworking, he runs for the badge, and he has some technical ability. I remember when that Chelsea Champions League run was coming in and Chelsea won the Champions League. Bro, Mount was 100% one of Chelsea's best players. I don't know really how the relationship between Chelsea fans and Mount and Chelsea as a whole deteriorated. It really, really shocked me because I thought that Mount was going to be Mr. Chelsea, and that somehow went to Rich James because I thought for me he was their best player, 100%. And I believe he can still fulfill that price. The problem is, can he stay fit? I don't even know when Mount became this, unfit. Because Mount, before going to Man United, was one of the most reliable players when it came to fitness. So I believe, look at the goal this guy scored. From the pass, then the turn and the finish. One time, in one move. That is ability. That is what cannot be taught. And I'm telling you, if Mason Mount can stay fit, my goodness, Man United, you are in for a blast. Because he has the attributes that Amorim needs. He can even serve as one of those Amorim's 10s. So genuinely, I think Man United need to go into the market. I don't know if they'll sign Sesko. Okay, maybe they sign Sesko, fine. I know Man United finances is not at the best point currently because of the league position finish. They don't have any European football, so they don't get that money that they usually get. But I'm telling you that if there's a way you can get Sesko and still get this guy, but for me, I even just suggest maybe get somebody like Mateta or Gurasi. I've been saying these two guys, or maybe even that Watkins for like £50 million. And if you can get another decent midfielder, a very good midfielder, for about 40-50 million euros or something like that, bro, a midfielder that his job is just to circulate the football, just keep the tempo going. In the body, you have the heart. Just keep pumping the blood, the heart of the midfield. That is what Man U needs now. They don't have a midfielder like that. None of them can do that work. of being a tempo like a. How can I describe this kind of player? A kind of Vitinha, a kind of Pedri. That is what you need right now. Those are the two best players. It must not they must not be as good as them. It's not a necessity that they are good as them. You just need somebody that can be comfortable holding the football, that doesn't treat the football as a bomb. Casemiro cannot do that. He has never been known to do that. Right from his prime days, when he was even at Madrid winning 5 Champions League, that was not Casemiro's job. Cruz and Modric was there to handle it. Ugarte can never do it. There's a reason why PSG and Enrique was ready to let him go. There's a reason for that. What's his name? That's not Mount's forte. That is not Bruno Fernandes's forte 100%. Kobe Mino, yes, he's one of the more refined midfielders Manchester United have, but I don't think Man United can 100% rely on him. I think it would be better if they get somewhere that can be in a pivotal team. That would be better. But if he comes for just, solely as a midfielder, I think Man United, someone like, I don't know if you guys know this guy at Juventus, Kone. Kone is a very, very good midfielder. I remember watching him at the Club World Cup. He did decently. He's a midfielder I think can do it. Or someone like Bruno Guimaraes at Newcastle. You can go and collect Guimaraes. Me and Avex Newcastle for me. I will collect Guimaraes from them. That's another very midfielder. So those are some options that, just to explain to you the profile I'm talking about. Man United needs that profile at their club. But very, very good preseason from Man United. It comes to an end. And let's see how the season will go. Look, I'm not saying that the season is going to be amazing, but it's always Man United actually always has good preseason. Let me just tell you the truth. Man United always has good preseason. But that first day of the Premier League at Old Trafford, if Ruben Amorim can get a win against Arsenal, I'm telling you, that win can be what will just set off Man United to have a very... Right now, nobody's regarding Man U. Nobody's putting Man U even in top 10. Let me tell you, top 4, nobody's putting Man U. But Man United, they can use that to their advantage. The fact that nobody, is looking at them and expecting anything from them. If Man United finish in the top 5 next season, it's a very good season. In fact, they finish in Europa League spots, it's a good season. So they can use that to their advantage and just work on themselves. This is still Man United. And I believe that Man United can still try and push for a very, very good midfielder. So thank you for watching this video. That is Man United's preseason done. Congrats to them. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please do make sure you like, subscribe, and share if you enjoyed it. And make sure you turn on your post notification bell so that you know whenever we post. Please, we are close to 30. I think by the time we post video, we'll already be on 30,000 subscribers. Let's go to 100,000 subscribers. And if you watch this video up to this point, like you stayed up to now, you're a man. Comment man in the comment section. Comment man now. Because you're not just a man, you're a legend too. And I'll be there to reply and heart all your comments. I appreciate you guys so much. Make sure you shop at the Adika Steak store. And Adika Steaks is out. Peace out.